Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Eugenia Cooney, and this has been a conversation that I have wanted to talk about for quite some time, and it's something I always put off whenever it comes to Eugenia because I think it's very uncomfortable to talk about Eugenia Cooney. Before I went to talk about this topic, I know that I'd filmed a video on Eugenia a couple months ago, and I can't remember what I talked about in that video, to be fair. However, me and Eugenia used to follow each other on social media. And if you're aware, at a time period, we used to do collabs on Twitch. And it ended up getting to it where there was just a lot of things going online that I ended up making a statement that I just can't really endorse what she's doing and I can wish her well and all these different things. And it was in this video, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to rewatch it before we get to what's happened. And turns out, I guess, she's removed me from her social medias since I filmed this video. So, again, while I don't know I don't know how harsh I was in this video. I guess we'll find out. It's been enough that I've been removed from, her social medias. And I know that it's, I'm aware as well that someone just commented Adam's a bottom as a hate comment. And a very good one. And it Oy. Anyways, so I saw oh my god. Sorry. So we did oh my goodness gracious. Okay. So they got me there, actually. They got me there. No. She still follows like Sloan and Rich Lux and all these people, so I know that she has just removed me. So I guess we'll go back and revisit this video and see how bad it is and whatever. And then ultimately what we're going to talk about is that Eugenia got a very long ban from TikTok and then came forward with a video talking about it and the reasons that people want her banned. So we're gonna get to that. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the previous thing. So I want to watch this just to see how bad it is to be like, was her, removing me justifiable? But also, it's fine if she wants to remove me from things. I mean, we were never close or anything like that. She helped me out a lot on Twitch, and for that, I'll always be very, very grateful. She helped me out so much on Twitch, and again, I'll be so grateful for her for that. But I think around this time, there was just a lot that I just really couldn't stand by. Anyway, let's figure out what I did. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, same location, we are going to cover what is going on between Rich Lux, Eugenia Cooney, Jeffree Star, Jessie Smiles, and Lily. So Jessie and Lily have the Do We Know Them podcast, which I actually really like that podcast. And I really like Jessie. Still do. I really like Lily. Still do. Shout out to the girls. I've seen that they made a podcast. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that they made a podcast in which they talked about Rich Lux and Eugenia and Jeffree. And I actually am considering watching that first. I'm considering watching that first to kind of let them talk and hear what they have to say. Do people want to watch that first? Because Rich has done a response. But if people want to watch that first to kind of... Yes, we do! Well, yes! And hear it, we can do that. Do we want to do that? I think that'd be better for context. To allow everyone to have their say. To allow everyone have their say, I feel like that's probably what we should do. So we'll do that. So, the Do We Know Them podcast, they have an episode called Jeffree Star and Rich Lux helping Eugenia Cooney and TikTok rabbit holes. So we'll watch this to kind of... Those TikTok battles were so bad. Say. Then we'll allow Rich to have his say. I don't want to speak for... Someone commented because the people you're trying to make me mad by complimenting me or keep commenting bottom, and Taylor responded and goes, Adam might be a bottom, but he's still on top of all of these haters' minds. anybody. I want everyone to have their opinions out there first and foremost, and we will go from there. Now,
Okay, here we
let's
go.
talk about Eugenia Cooney for a second.
So babe. So this is obviously why she ended up removing me on social media.
Eugenia is someone who, if I can be 100% real with you, I, in the past, have felt so protective over. And me and Eugenia have had drama before. Like, if anyone remembers the VidCon situation, like, me and Eugenia have had drama before. And she was so sweet to me through all of that. And we had our back and forth. And we agreed to disagree. And she was always very respectful of me online. And I tried my best to extend that to Eugenia as well. And in any conversations that we had, they were always very public. And one thing that Eugenia Cooney did for me was she really, really, really helped me whenever I first started streaming on Twitch.
I'm not seeing anything bad with what I'm saying right now, but I assume it gets worse after this.
And that's something that I'll always be very grateful to her for.
Sorry if I spoke the fucking truth.
She very much so extended an arm to me and helped me with the world of Twitch, which was something that I didn't really understand. And whenever I first did my first couple streams, Eugenia we had like similar audience crossover, and there was a couple streams where we had ended up rating each other, and then there were a couple streams as well where we would go on at the same time. And Eugenia used to do I don't know if she still does them, whatever, the Just Dance streams. And then I loved Just Dance whenever I was a kid.
Still love it.
And I started doing the Just Dance streams on my Twitch as well. And
which was so much fun.
A week or so, or however long it lasted. Her community were always...
By the way, Eugenia hasn't blocked me, but she's just unfollowed me on everything. Which arguably stings more. I'm kidding.
Nice to mine. And I always tried to make sure that mine was to her. And then whenever it comes to Eugenia, it's a conversation that I had to realize at a certain stage that the people around her did not have her best interest. And I never wanted to be swept up in the universe of people thinking that I was ever using Eugenia, or people thinking that I was ever exploiting Eugenia. So it just kind of was a natural, what's the word? Like a natural...
Dude, this is not bad. And I'm sorry if I'm not going to be a YouTuber who just like blows smoke up her ass and ignores the very inevitable conversation. And I apologize if I've engaged in that in the past, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job at explaining why here. Like, what the fuck? Like, again, this is not the topic we're talking about today. We're going to talk about the TikTok ban and her addressing the TikTok ban and why she's been age restricted on like every social media and all these different things. But I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not going to come down hard on her because, again, I'm going to stick with my morals here. But again, to like other YouTubers who are involved in this, it's like, so what? You can't even say this without like being like cut off for being the bad one or whatever. Like, what the fuck? I don't fucking know, dude.
We just kind of stopped interacting on social media because I just never wanted to be perceived in that light, whether it was intentional or not from me, and it never was. And I just think that it was always very, very hard for me whenever I always had a very sweet interaction with her, and then hearing so much background, looking into things further, it was very, very, very complicated, and it was a situation that I didn't want to be a part of. And I just thought that while with Eugenia Cooney, there's only one person who can properly want help for Eugenia Cooney, which is Eugenia Cooney. I never wanted my audience to ever perceive me as someone who was trying to encourage anybody who was struggling.
So for me, my opinion on where I stand now with Eugenia is that I will always wish the best for her. Um, but I just am not involved with that, anymore. And it's I hope people can respect that as well, where it's like I just kind of want to be uninvolved in it, and I also just wish her well. It's like there's no part of me.
Dude, I am walking on eggshells in this fucking video. Jesus Christ. Like, for me watching this is me 4 fucking months ago. The fucking eggshells are on the ground and I am walking around them. What the fuck is wrong with this video? Nothing at all. Like, Eugenia, I'm sorry if this upset you in any way, but my dear Lord, woman, this is very nice, actually.
That ever wants to be negative towards her, because the internet is negative towards her, and I don't want to add to that. I have made videos in the past, over the past couple years, where I have called Eugenia Cooney out. I have talked about her impact online. And then whenever I had a personal interaction with Eugenia Cooney, it made me feel so awful about those videos that I had posted in the past. And so then whenever I sat with it for a while, that's where I had to take myself 100% back from it. 100% back from it. And so the conversation that is happening now is that people are saying that Jeffree Star specifically is exploiting Eugenia Cooney. And
all right, we'll drop it there. But we'll get to this. But dude, there's nothing wrong with my video at all. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Anyways, so Eugenia, in the last like month, I think she's back now, but in the last month had a very long TikTok like age restriction, TikTok ban. And if you're aware, that's the only social media that she really posts on nowadays. She does, her TikTok live battles, and she does them for hours upon hours a day. And she used to, do Twitch all the time, but now does TikTok. So this is a really big thing. She was posting on her Instagram story every day how sad she was, it was a wrongful ban, all these different things. It was blah, 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 blah. So I saw this on her Reddit, which is addressing being gone from February 6th. So basically this is her talking about it, and I don't want to read any of the comments because I'm pretty sure they're all going to be very intense, but let's hear from Eugenia's mouth what happened with her being banned and blah, 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 her reasonings for it happening. People said that it happened because of the TikTok live battles were getting very intense, and, she was not appearing in the greatest state and all these different things. But let's hear what she has to say.
I just kind of wanted to come on here and say that I'm sorry that I haven't really been posting or been around. There's kind of just been like a lot going on, and honestly, I just haven't really been like feeling like mentally up to it, I guess, right now. Some of you guys might have seen or figured out that there's been like some pretty big changes to my account right now. And first of all, I just want to be clear that I respect TikTok's decision and everything. And I'm really sorry for anything that I may have accidentally done wrong, like on my end. And yeah, I guess today I just kind of wanted to like talk about some of that stuff. So I guess right now, just like with all of this, like I just really haven't been feeling like that great mentally. I know like there'll be some people that, will get kind of mad at me not being around and think like I'm trying to scare people or like whatever, but that's really not the case. And the people that,
I mean, she just said there now, she was like, I don't want to people think that I'm scaring people by going away, that they think, why am I gone? Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, she just, Eugenia is aware of why people fear when Eugenia goes silent on social media, because they don't know if anything's happened to her. And she's just admitted that. She said, I didn't want people to feel, scared that because I was gone, something had happened. Like, she's very aware. This is why,
actually do care and stuff. Like, thank you guys. I really do appreciate that a lot. That's just kind of like a lot of this like happening like so suddenly, and this app has been such a big part of my life like this last year. Pretty much I feel like all of my friends are on here, and getting to like connect with them and connect with people, it's honestly just been like the most fun and happiest that I've been online in like literally years. Like, especially where like I kind of had no warning with like anything to do with this. It just kind of was like very sudden. I just kind of, I guess, feel like, I don't know, like I've been feeling pretty low. So I'm so sorry if this video is a mess. But I feel like me just kind of like sitting in my room being sad isn't really doing any good either. So that's why I did just kind of want to like, at least try to make something for you guys. In the future, I want to just kind of like try to do things better and say that I'm sorry about videos that I think went.
I mean, this is very interesting. I mean, we're 2 minutes in, and all we're, she's very aware. I mean, she's just saying like, I'm sorry, I'll do better. Content, I'm sorry, I'll do better. It's kind of like addressing it, so then people can say you're not addressing it, but then you're not addressing it properly, and it's like, whoa, bleak.
And I've put out, I wasn't really maybe like thinking much about. Looking back, I'm just kind of trying to like reflect on things and just think of like, ways or videos that I can do better. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's all very, I'll do better, I'll do that better,
Always do want to be clear to everybody that I never would mean any harm. That's never my intention. I guess a lot of the time I've just kind of seen it as like people just kind of like judging me about how I look, or like maybe not as big of a deal as like how some people would like take what I'm putting out sometimes. I guess right now, I'm just kind of trying to like work on myself.
You know what I mean? Like, she keeps saying like the things I'm putting out, videos I'm putting, I'll do better, but the videos I'm putting, but not specifically saying what. So she is aware of everything, but it's just like, I know people say this, that, and that, but I know that even if you don't believe it, even deep down, she's a sweet girl that, needs helped, but the only person that can help her is her. And again, not taking away from anything she's done online. It's the first thing people say whenever you say something like that. I'm saying, even if you think deep down, like even if you think that, right? But I'm like, damn. But again, it's like, it's this, we can't do anything. You know what I mean? You can't do anything. You can't force someone to get help. You can't force someone, like, you can't. We witnessed this, and it had the opposite effect. Like, there's nothing we can do. And again, clearly, if I can't even put out a video where I'm saying that I just don't endorse people, using her and stuff like that, I get fucking removed on social media. Like, you can't fucking say anything.
And like see what I can do better, and hopefully not put out anything that could be like considered like triggering or like bad for anyone, because like it's really never my intention to like try to do that. This has kind of been like the only place that I've kind of felt like accepted like in so long online, and kind of like where people will treat me as a person. So that's why, like, I noticed some people, they might be like, this isn't even a big deal, like she's going on about this, but just to me, where like I've honestly felt pretty alone in things for a really long time, and this app has just kind of really made me feel more accepted and stuff like that. So just kind of having like so much it feels like taken from me so suddenly has just really felt like a lot. And I don't know, I just feel super bad about anything I like have done wrong on my end, and just really want to try to like do things better in the future, and for all you guys, and just try to make things like hopefully more positive and do what I can do like from my side of that. So yeah, I don't know. I've just been feeling like really like bad about everything. I think like none of us are perfect, and I'm just kind of learning like every day. Like I'm really just a person, just kind of like we're all people, and sometimes I think I'm going to make mistakes or, mess things up, but I really have had such an amazing time on this platform this last year. And
oh my god, it's almost like I can predict what she's going to say next.
Like, going forward, try to do a better job with things and hopefully have things like back to normal. I'm just kind of gonna try to like do better and everything, guys, and I hope that you guys can accept that from me. I'm sorry that I'm not really getting into too much detail right now. I've just kind of trying to like, I guess, slowly get back into doing stuff again, and Hopefully posting like more positive content for you guys and stuff like that. And yeah, and I really love you guys so much. Thank you to you guys that do support me. It really means so much to me. I guess all I can try to do is be the best version of me that I can be. I think like sometimes I'm just kind of so used to some people, not everybody, but some people just being so mean to like the point where I kind of feel like people just kind of see me as like a problem, and kind of forget that I'm a human, which is okay. You know, I'm not trying to like say this just with me. I think like sometimes though, it's just important to just like remember that like we're all people and that we're all just kind of learning. We're all going to make mistakes sometimes, and you can just kind of try to do better and learn from things. And just try to be kind to each other. I feel like that's really important because sometimes I just feel like being really mean and just attacking other people really doesn't do anyone any good. So I hope everything I'm saying
Wait, oh, everything what?
makes sense.
I mean, you repeated it enough that, okay. Here's the thing. I mean, again, this video is very clearly made to kind of pander to the social media people. The social media people being the TikTok moderators and stuff, you know? So when she got removed because of her content, she can then be like, but I said an apology. And the reason it's so long is because she really doesn't say anything, but because it's so long, like yapping about the same thing, it feels a little bit more authentic. I don't know. I don't even know where I stand on commenting with Eugenia anymore because I mean it's frustrating that like it's just frustrating. Like, how do I want to say this? Let me get comfortable. How can I say this? Like, what am I thinking of first? I just find it really weird that like for the entire time that like we did like our Twitch collabs and stuff like that, you know, she had no problem with me and blah 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 blah, like whatever. And very clearly this is what's happening when, you know, she collabs with like Rich Lux, and I don't know who else she collabed. Like I really only see her within our space collabing with Rich. Please correct me if there's, you know, please if there's someone else that she collabs with in the space, please let me know. So obviously there's no problem until you say something. However, I felt like I was still weirdly protecting her whenever I made that video about like let's talk about her, where I was like I just don't endorse it, like I just need to take a step away from even like engaging with anything to do with her. It's crazy that you can be cut off with just that. But again, there's nothing me, you, or anyone can do. Like we can't, you can't change someone's mind. You can't force someone to get help. You know, you can't. Yeah, Rich and Jeffrey, I guess. People are just saying Rich and Jeffrey. People are just saying Rich and Jeffrey. So anyway, that is the update. You know, she got her like very long restrictions, long bans on these social medias, and she's now speaking up about it. Yeah, let me know your opinion down below and we'll talk about it. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.